Hell yeah, you know what time it is. All right, baby, keep on rolling. Unless you're somehow watching this on a computer with no clock, in which case, you don't. Apple has once again edged out Microsoft for the top spot of the world's most valuable company in terms of total market capitalization, which is share price times shares outstanding. Only one short week after they themselves were briefly bumped into third by Nvidia. Apple's stock price shot up following what some are calling the best WWDC ever, in no small part due to Apple finally unveiling its plans to integrate AI into iOS and macOS. That's so many letters. Despite the Wall Street ballyhoo, Apple's approach to AI remains cautious. In a recent interview with the Washington Post, Tim Cook said that they've done everything they currently can to address AI hallucinations. But in all honesty, that's short of 100%. I would never say it's 100%. That wasn't Tim Cook's voice. Wise, considering that Google's AI overviews are still recommending that people eat glue, citing the news reports of its own earlier culinary recommendations, without clarifying that it was wrong. In response to Apple's relatively limited ChatGPT integration, Elon Musk took to Twitter, I'm still calling it that, claiming he would ban his employees from using Apple devices at work, and claiming incorrectly that Apple isn't smart enough to make their own in-house LLM. This tweet had a community note, but sadly it has since been voted down by Musk's ever-loyal parasocial brain rot brigade. The day following the outburst, Musk quietly dropped his ongoing legal case against OpenAI for breach of contract, apparently in response to OpenAI publishing several emails from Musk that directly contradict the claims made in his complaint. A guy like him hates facts. Google did try to slow down the Apple Intelligence hype train, however, dropping a major update for Pixel phones compatible with Android 14. This included the usual fixes, stability improvements, and critical security updates. However, Google is also extending the AI features previously available only to the Pixel 8 Pro to the 8 and 8A. They'll also be expanding their repertoire of on-device AI features, including AI-powered live threat detection. This may indicate that with the new lightweight Gemini Nano, Google has overcome at least some hardware limitations to its AI integration ambitions. Other security features include a cellular interception warning and a lockdown mode that prevents juice jacking, which is either a largely hypothetical cyber attack using publicly available charging outlets to spread malware, or the crime of stealing a small child's juice box. Or a steroid-powered, editor just cut me off. Sadly, in order to bring these new features to life, Google had to sacrifice another service to power their foul necromancy. And thus, the Google Pay app has died, so the anti-juice jacking lockdown might live.
Google Pay app is dead. Long live Google Wallet.
The European Union has imposed an additional 38% tariff on electric vehicles imported from China, bringing the added tax on Chinese EVs to 48%. That might sound crazy high, but this actually follows a White House decision last month to quadruple tariffs against Chinese EVs to 100%. Both the EU and the US have obvious protectionist reasons to want to exclude cheap Chinese goods from competing with homegrown industry. But both governments also say that a big part of why these EVs are so much cheaper is a combination of anti-competitive subsidies by Beijing and coerced labor, aka slavery, within these companies' supply chains. Currently, around half of global EV sales are from Chinese manufacturers because in addition to being cheap, they've actually reached the point technologically where they mostly don't suck. One of the world's most popular EVs, the BYD Seagull, could easily double in price and still be the cheapest electric car on the American market. At $10,000, it's actually cheaper than the number of live seagulls it takes to fill it.
I checked.
It's even cheaper if you hear about our sponsor, Moosend. It's time for those antiquated marketing tactics to move on over. With Moosend, you can craft custom-tailored email campaigns to milk maximum engagement from your audience, the not weird way. Forget those boring black and white templates. Instead, choose from vibrant presets, then layer on your segmentation tools and personalized dynamic elements. And after you've launched your campaign, herd up all your analytics with their advanced tools and see what went well and what you might want to tweak. When marketing your business, the stakes are at an all-time highs. So check out how Moosend can help using the link below for a free 30-day trial and save an utterly crazy 10% off. We're proud to announce the new Tech-Linked cocktail. It's just 2 ounces of whiskey and 5 dashes of quick bitters. Yeah. NVIDIA hasn't released or even announced their upcoming 50 series GPUs, but that won't stop them from already disappointing gamers. Reliable leaker Kopite7Kimi, who definitely didn't realize how many people have to say that crap out loud for years to come before he made that handle, tweeted out purported memory configurations for the 5 chips that will power the rumored GPU line. According to this information, only the RTX 5090 will have more VRAM than its predecessor, and the lowest end card might end up using older GDDR6 VRAM instead of upgrading to GDDR7. These are just rumors though, we should wait until NVIDIA's official announcement. What's the point of being disappointed when we yet don't know how much Team Green will overcharge for them?
There's disappointment yet to find.
Microsoft is dropping official support for Windows 10 in October next year, but AMD doesn't want to wait for our lives to be over. I heard that in Home Depot the other day. Team Red's upcoming Ryzen AI 300 series processors only support Windows 11, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and Ubuntu. So basically Windows 11 as listed on their specs page, which will probably anger the small subset of enthusiasts planning to buy a new laptop and replace Windows 11 with 10. And no one else. But many more potential buyers of the upcoming Snapdragon X powered Copilot Plus PCs will be distraught if ARM wins its ongoing lawsuit against Qualcomm and blocks those laptops from being sold. It's a perilous time to be a Windows laptop enjoyer. See?
Case in point.
Another AI video generator, similar to OpenAI's horrifically impressive Sora, has broken cover, joining Kling, the tool unveiled last week by Chinese company Kuashu. Not pronouncing that another time. While Kling almost looked more capable than Sora, it's only accessible to certain partners. Dream Machine, which was announced today by San Francisco-based LumaLabs, is open to the public. You're limited to 30 free 5-second generations that seem to be in Sora's ballpark quality-wise, but good luck trying it out. As soon as it was announced, the site was hammered with traffic, no doubt, from an army of Petit Denis Villeneuves who will create the next generation of amazing cinema. Raspberry Pi Limited has decided to go public. The company, known for its small programmable computers, is the for-profit subsidiary of the Raspberry Pi Foundation, or at least it was a subsidiary. I don't know. All that is set to change during Friday's IPO. The foundation will sell 10% of its shares and will no longer be the majority owner. The company says they won't change much, and I believe them. That's because as we speak, institutional investors are trading shares while retail investors have to wait until Friday. What's more authentically Raspberry Pi than commercial buyers grabbing all the available stock while hobbyists get nothing? And Waymo has issued a voluntary recall, aka a patch, for their mapping software following an incident last month when an unoccupied robo-taxi drove into a telephone pole while trying to pick up a passenger. The passenger didn't see the accident, but she heard it. No one was injured, though to be fair, the collision happened at a speed of 8 miles per hour, about a relatively fast jog. This is only Waymo's second recall. The first was earlier this year when not one, but 2 of its vehicles ran into the same pickup truck only minutes apart from one another while it was being towed. It was probably painted the wrong color or something. And the only thing keeping you apart from the next episode of TechLinked is 2 more days. And so come back. You can be painted any color you want. Use oil-based paint.